Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome. How is everyone doing? Thank you for joining the stream. We're looking at Bitcoin right now, but I'm going to be taking any requests. If you want to just leave them in the comments down below. Let me know which altcoins or any questions you have to check up on right now. As we see Bitcoin creating a sort of a retest right now, it's kind of below our major support line. So it has to come back up and retest this area again for it to go back up. But we are seeing a little bit of shakiness right now. We do see that this was very major resistance I've been covering for the last couple days, and we are seeing it come back down through these levels, and we're getting more of an indecision candle right here. So we just have to wait and see. We do have more selling volume coming in these last couple 6-hourly candles, but at the same time there are very low selling volume. We still are in a descending volume pattern for Bitcoin, so we are expecting a major move in the next couple hours here. If you're just joining in right now, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out a lot. And if you want to put your requests in the chat, let me know. 1 second, let's see. Is the chat working? I don't know if it's okay. It's actually working. Okay, cool. All right. So AO needs SHIB to dip to 7s one more time. Need to ready to load up more. What's the move? Yeah, doing good to hear. Shiba Inu, yeah, let's look at Shiba too. All right, let's look at crypto.com and Cardano after. But yeah, let's take a look at Shiba. Let's see what Shiba's doing. All right, so wow, nice, that was a good retest. Okay, so like I was saying, Shiba was going down this descending channel just like how Bitcoin was doing as well. But what we did see actually now, which is pretty good to see here, is we saw this previous high here, this touch at that 10 level, which was psychological resistance. And then we dip below here to the 8 level. And now we're actually using that as support. So that's really great to see. So this is now support. Let's see how over here is resistance, here resistance, and here was support back here in the beginning of June. It was support until we broke down, started trading within these lower areas. But as of right now, we hit that, we retested, and that retest is perfectly aligned with this downward sloping resistance and the horizontal resistance. So that's crazy to see. That's really good to see. We do have more volatility though, because we do have more of an indecision candle, and this candle just opened up. This new 6-hourly candle just opened up, and let's look at our moving averages. So we did touch that 21-day moving average perfectly right here. As you can see, we touched it perfectly, and now we're just waiting until we come back up here and retest this 9 level. So this would have been a good area to jump in right here. Getting a not financial advice, but as it's looking in the charts, you know, we did make the support, because if we did break down below this, we would be trading within this range and then coming back to this 6 to 7 level before making our way up. But as of right now, we are, let's see, yeah, so we are retesting that as support, and we're moving up further. Let's look on a lower time frame as well. So on a lower time frame, we've just been staying above here, getting that rejection, coming back down, retesting, and now we're just going to be trading in this area. We could create another low and just start making a higher low, creating some sort of triangle pattern, something like this, right? And then retesting this upper area of the blue box, because whenever you look at these, let's look at a higher time frame. Whenever you look at these higher time frames, you see how the price is moving away from the blue box very quickly, right? All these big old moves right here. So those could be good opportunities to short once we do touch this area. But I do see us trading within these upper areas here, retesting this upper 10 level very frequently, kind of like how we did over here these last two big moves to the blue box. But since we were seeing a lot of weakness and uncertainty in the markets, Bitcoin was leading all of that. We did see these lower levels being touched, but that also means that we have really strong support being built in this area. So that's also really good to see. And yeah, so we did have a lot of trading within this range, within these two levels. And then we had a bunch of trading within these two macro levels. We haven't had a lot of trading between this level and this level. So another possibility could be us dipping down one more time down here and touching this area of support as well to make another big old shoot to the top. But right now that's not looking likely, because we do have support above this ascending or descending channel. And it looks like we can also make a next move up here to the blue box at around 0.000103. All right, and that would be a move of about right now like a 20% move. So that's pretty good to see. And then let's look at our moving averages. Yeah, so I mean, our sell indicator is saying that we sell right here, but you know, we'll see how long that actually holds, just because this indicator is always updating. So maybe we see a really bullish candle come here and retest this upper area of support at that 9 level, and that could disappear the sell signal. But right now it's just saying sell, but we did see a nice retest of the support and the moving average and the previous resistance. So this is coming in at a lot of support, meaning that it is more confirming that we are going to be heading higher. All right, and let's see here. Thank you everybody that's joining. Make sure to hit the like button. We have some people here, so and we only have 2 likes, so let's hit that like button right now. Show some support here. I mean, I'm giving out this free information, so the one way that you can support my channel is by liking the video. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so that's what it's looking like for Shiba Inu. We are above all the moving averages, and we haven't really been above every single moving average since this last big pump over here when it was about the Coinbase listing. So that's when we had this big old move to the upside. And right now we're not seeing any bullish or bearish divergences, and we're still in an uptrend. So yeah, make sure to hit that like button. I appreciate it a lot. Let's see. Let's look at crypto.com now. Let's look at crypto.com. But yeah, Black Bear, I don't know if it's going to dip to the 7s just yet. You know, we have to break a lot of support here. A lot of this this downward sloping support, this horizontal support, all these moving averages have to be broken in order for it to come back down to the 7 level. But that's not to say that we could also get an M pattern here if we do retest this area of support, get rejected. We create this M pattern, the neckline's here. We can come back down here and retest this to get another push upward. So that could also be a possibility too. We just have to keep an eye on if we get rejected here one more time. Because if we get rejected from this resistance one more time, then we can move a little bit further down here. Just like how we saw right here. We had big wicks to the upside, but we couldn't break through the support and we came back down here. So that's what's looking like for Shiba. And let's look at crypto.com. Crypto.com, where's crypto.com? I have so many ones here. Oh, crypto.com up 4%. Awesome. Wow, so perfect. Okay, so a lot of these altcoins, they've been retesting support perfectly. All right, so I did draw this resistance here when we saw this downward sloping, and look at that. So we made this big old move, right? The price target was hit perfectly right here because it was this W pattern play out. The price target was right here. We hit it exactly right there. We got rejected because this is previous resistance here, support here, support here. Very big area of resistance at that 12-cent mark. We did come back down here, and now we're coming back up here to retest it again. So we could come back for a retest. This could be our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th Elliott wave, and we can come and retest this area here at around 12 cents. So that's what it's looking like. Let's see our fib levels too. So from this swing low to this swing high. All right, I already hit all my price targets here. Let's look at the other one. Let's go from this swing low, swing high to swing low. Okay, so it's looking like we do have a lot of support here on the golden pocket, and we stayed above it because we got support here on this downward slope of resistance. So potentially we could come back up here and retest this area of support at 13 cents and 25 cents. 13.25 cents. All right, but Crypto.com is looking good. It's still creating that support there. A lot of these coins are creating their support. They're just kind of stalled in that place, you know, retesting resistance to support because of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is having a little bit of weakness right now, but we could also be in store with the fake out. But the altcoins are reacting well. They're reacting well, and they're responding to Bitcoin's price movement because it is a leading indicator, and a lot of people are getting more, are getting less cautious now, and they're getting they're feeling more comfortable to get back into the market, basically. All right, let's look at Cardano. All right, well, this is Cardano, the Bitcoin. So Cardano, the Bitcoin, it's looking pretty good too. You know, it looks like we're just retesting areas of support. We did get rejected from right here. Let's see. This is really strong resistance. So once it gets back up here, we can start making our way back through these levels. And this is the Cardano to Bitcoin pairing. So if this goes up, that means Cardano's price is performing better than Bitcoin's price. So it looks like we could be having another breakout because we are retesting this multiple resistance, or this resistance multiple times. So that means that Cardano could in the future outperform Bitcoin. But right now it's at $1.37. All right, let me just erase some of this stuff. So we have this W pattern, but it is taking a little bit longer, like we saw with Shiba and like we saw with what was the other one that I just checked right now? Man, I'm having a brain fart. Sorry, it's been a long day, but this one looks not as good because it looks not even like a W pattern anymore. It looks more like an ascending triangle at this point because we did get rejected from this neckline, right? So we're supposed to go through here, boom, 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 make a higher low, break through this neckline, test that support, and then move on higher to this area. This was my target at $1.55. But now it is looking like we are going to be consolidating a little bit longer because this is very strong resistance at the $1.40 mark. It was just huge support. So obviously it's take a little bit more time to get through that area. But at least we're above our golden pocket and we're finding it as support. So that's good to see. You know, so we could be just trading within this range, may come back down here, make a slightly higher low and come back up to create a sort of ascending triangle at this point. And those are reversal patterns. So they are still bullish and the price target is exactly the same as this double bottom. So potentially we still can come back up here to this $1.60 area, but it's just taking a little bit longer here, but we still are having that upwards support. So it's still a bullish pattern, definitely still a bullish pattern, still holding up this area of support. If we do break below this area of support, so let me draw real quick. I'm going to start from right here to right there. So if we do break this area of support, we can come back down and just make a little bit of a bigger pattern, right? But right now this support is holding. This support is definitely holding. Let's look at our moving averages. We are holding the 50-day moving average and it's going right above the golden pocket, showing it as clear support right here. As you can see, we are holding that orange line, but we are seeing our 200-day moving average coming in as pretty strong resistance. So be on the lookout for that. It's coming in at that $1.45 mark, but still that $1.40 mark has to be broken for us to hit that $1.60 price target of this big macro pattern. Thank you for streaming, for tuning in the stream, guys. Make sure you hit the like button right now to really help us support the channel here so I can create more content for you guys, because I just want to keep constant updates on the market. And so I'm going to be doing live streams every day here and keeping you guys in the loop to see what could be the best position to enter in for these altcoins. But right now they are doing pretty good. They're just holding support. They have to continue holding the support so they can keep moving up higher. And I do believe that this is the lowest that they are going to be going in the near future as Bitcoin starts to recover. But Cardano is looking pretty good. Remember, just below that 140 resistance, and we have to hold this support line right here. Let's also take a look at, let's see, IQISD. What is that? IQ. Maybe IQ. Oh, Everypedia. Right. Everypedia. So IQUSD. Okay, let's look at that. IQUSD. Where is that? I had it right here. Oh, right here. Wow, up 17%. Awesome. So last time I checked this, it actually hit my my resistance perfectly because I drew this giant resistance box, or not resistance box, but this giant downward sloping resistance here, saying it's gonna be a huge falling wedge. And the target for a falling wedge is the top of the wedge. So we are going to be seeing significant resistance within this area, but that's still really far away. Right now, so I drew two different lines. I drew this line coming down here, and I drew one coming down here. And this is the last time I checked on it, was this downward sloping resistance. And if we zoom in, right, we zoom in, we broke through that, got rejection, came back through, broke it, found this as support, and now we touched it again. So we have to hold this area at 1 cent, which is huge psychological resistance. It has to hold here, and in order for us to come back up and retest, we do have multiple resistance coming up ahead. So right around, yeah, I think right around here. So at $1 or at 1.01338, that's gonna be the next resistance coming up ahead. But right now we're just trading within the small area, which is really good to see because we were trading in this area for quite a while. Let's see, since 18th of May, had that big old pump, got rejected, came back down, and then boom, dropped down this huge level, came back up again. So this can also be good support right here. So if we do manage to break down from this, we come back down here to 8 or 0.00882. But if not, when we break this resistance, if this comes up and we find this a support and we bounce off of this, that's a really, really good sign, because that means we're breaking this long downwards trend of resistance, and that can be that bullish sign. Apart from moving averages coming together, that can be a very bullish sign that this is the beginning of a huge uptrend for Everypedia. Let's see the moving averages. So yeah, so we're above 2 of the moving averages. We're still having this as huge resistance, the 200-day moving average, and it's kind of just sloping. It's sloping right above, so it's looming over the price. So we could have a huge rejection here as well if we do not get the price moving. And if we look at the volume, we're still in a descending volume. Yeah, we're still descending in volume. We do have a nice green candles coming in, and we are staying above, partly above for the RSI. So we're staying above, so that means that we are in an uptrend. And let's see. Yeah, so we do have a bearish divergence. So we are having higher highs, but we're having lower highs on the momentum. This is like the money flow. So that means that we are in turn for a slight pullback, but that could also have just been this right here. You know, this is on the 6 hourly, so we could play a little bit further out. But as of right now, I think that downtrend already happened from this bearish divergence right here. Higher highs, and here we're having lower highs. So even though the price is going up, the momentum of people buying is getting lower and lower, meaning that the price is going to dip. And I think that's what that dip from right here to right here was. So it looks like it's already corrected that, and we're bouncing up higher. If we manage to make a higher high and this bump gets even lower, that means we're in for another correction. But right now, doesn't look too significant at this point. But yeah, so that's what it's looking like for Everypedia. I do see us hitting this area if we break through this resistance, but as of right now, we just have to hold this. That's the most important part, is that 0.01073 area. Hello everybody, welcome if you're new right now. Thank you for hitting up the likes. If you just joined right now, remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my live streams here. But we're going to be covering live streams on altcoins, Bitcoin, and any other thing related to crypto as well. We also do stocks, like crypto related stocks like Coinbase, Bitcoin miners, all that stuff. So if you're interested in that, make sure to like and subscribe. But we are checking Everypedia. Let's look at Wearable. I think that's Wearable, right? Rory. Let's look at that. So Kraken. Let's check that one. Yeah, this coin. All right, well, I see significant resistance right here. And I can even make that a blue box too because the price just goes so far away from it once it touches this area. We had huge movements. So that's why I'm putting the blue box here. I can also put the blue box in this area as well. Right here. Huge areas of support and resistance in this area. And let me just take this stuff out. So you can see we've just been bouncing within this price, came below a little bit, came back up, pushed up, didn't hold it, came back down. And usually what I like to do is between two blue boxes, I always just kind of eyeball the middle. Like between this one and here, 50% of the way through would have been right here. And it always kind of just works out that it makes a channel within that range. Like I just did half of here to here, and somehow all the price just kind of falls between this upper half and lower half. And like, see how we're just finding all this resistance here and support? It kind of just works out that way. And you kind of start seeing that once you start trading for a while longer. You see that, all right, we're starting to make patterns, and a lot of this is kind of mathematical. You know, that's why the Fibonacci retracement tool works so well, is because Fibonacci, if you're not aware of what it really is, it's just basically kind of just like this theory that, you know, this perfect number ratio of adding like 1 + 1 = 2, and adding 1 + 2 = 3, and 3 + 2 = 5. So getting these ratios, you find that a lot of times in nature, these ratios just appear naturally, and it also appears here in the stock market. And so that's where we get our Fibonacci retracement tools. And it's kind of just a mathematical way of looking at these price action and seeing how there's just ratios all around it, and how like you see perfect, you know, like splitting of the price. I don't know how to really explain it, but if you want to look more into it, definitely go ahead and research Fibonacci retracement. And the only reason why it kind of works is because a lot of traders use it. So there's kind of the flip side of that. You know, don't put too much weight into them. But at the same time, they work so well because everybody uses them. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, if everyone's using the same technique, then it's going to happen. It's going to work. Right. But overall, you also can just kind of look and see, like, you know, between the two blue boxes, I just put it right in the middle, and it worked out as good support and resistance. So we have to hold this $12 mark here. We are above it, so that's good. Let's look at the 1 hourly, let's look at the 1 hourly. We did get rejected from here. We're coming back down. We're gonna retest 12 bucks and then come back up and retest $15 yet again. But if we break $15, let's see what can go down. Okay, so let me look on a higher time frame again. So I'm getting the swing high right here to the swing low. All right. So yeah, so I could see it hitting $17.47, $18.90 right before $19, and $20. So those can be my price targets here in the near future if we break this blue box support and add it as that support, you know? I mean, as resistance and add as support. So that's what's looking like for Wearable. Remember, if you're just joining in right now, make sure to hit that like button and put in the comments down below any altcoin you want me to take a look at. Right now, let's see which one we're going to take a look at. Thank you. Greetings from Brazil. Cool. So let's look at Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's look at the shorts too. So we're having everyone was very scared about this. This is just the Bitcoin shorts. We had a big increase of the Bitcoin shorts, then a massive drop, then a huge increase again because the market was feeling very bearish on cryptocurrency in general. Then we found it have a nice pump, and the shorts are back down again. So could we see another move to the upside? Yeah, possibly. We can see a lot of people maybe shorting Bitcoin in the near future, but I think that's a very not wise decision to make, you know, for Bitcoin. But let's also look at the actual price of Bitcoin right now. Where is it? I always lose it. Somewhere around here. Oh, no, that's not the one. Ugh, where is it? Am I blind? What's going on here? Did it just disappear? Oh, right here. Okay. All right. So yeah, Bitcoin's still chugging. You know, it's right below that 35K resistance. It has to break 35K in order for it to keep going up higher. And yeah, so we kind of had a little bit of a fake out for this W pattern. I'm kind of disappointed, but you know, we still have a couple hours left. We still have plenty of time left before markets open tomorrow in the market, and that can also do influence Bitcoin's price in the near future as well. But I also do see this as the start of probably an Elliott wave. So Elliott waves, let's look over here. Elliott impulse wave. So we have our first wave, 1. This is our retrace 2. We can have here 3. Actually, oops. Oh, what did I do? Okay, so 1, 2, come back up here, 3, 4, and then 5. Something kind of like that. Maybe a little bit higher here. Oops. And then here, and then probably come back down here and retest this area and just consolidate. So this could also happen too, potentially. But yeah, that's what's looking like. Yeah, we'll look at MATIC. Let's look at MATIC. We can add this as support and resistance. All right. Yeah, that would be a little bit better. Okay, so MATIC, we are getting rejected from that 0.382 level. So it's looking, but we did bounce off of the golden pocket right here between that $9, $10 region. So we dipped a little bit below that, but we closed both candles above it. We had some pretty nice bullish wicks to the bottom. So we are getting rejected right now. So we're having bigger wicks to the upside, meaning that this is pretty significant resistance. So I'm gonna put in a little line right there. And so yeah, we have to break $1.15, and once we break $1.15, we have no problem coming back here to $1.22 again. But right now it's still holding this golden pocket, so, and we're bouncing off of it, which is pretty good. Let's look at our moving averages as well. This is the 4-hourly chart, so this green candle is saying a buy, so that's a good thing. But we are getting currently rejected from the 50-day moving average right here, so it's confluent with this resistance that I drew right now. And we are like struggling, we're just like getting squeezed right now. So we're getting squeezed between these two moving averages. So we have to be on the lookout for that. If not, we can come back down here and retest the golden pocket again. If we break the golden pocket, then we're coming back down here to this level of $1.02 again, one more time. But this actually could be a potential big inverse head and shoulders. I mean, it does have to be a little bit longer, so we might have to consolidate for a longer period for it to look more of like a textbook head and shoulders. And this is, let me show you what I'm talking about. We have our shoulder, we have our head, and then we have our next shoulder coming in like this. So this could also potentially be another big old reversal bottom pattern, like a triple bottom. Let's see. Shiba Swap being enabled. I haven't looked into Shiba Swap in the last day or two, so I don't really know what's going on with it right now. Let's actually look at it. Has it been utilized yet? Let's see. Let's look at the audit report. I mean, we're still over $4 billion in market cap, so that's pretty awesome. You know, so in the last 7 days, we're almost up 20%. We're still onboarding. This project is still undergoing security assessments by CertTech. Conduct your own due diligence before deciding to use any info listed on this page. So they're kind of doing their own word of caution, which is what everybody does at this point. Let's learn more about the CertTech audit. Yeah, so we'll just have to see. I mean, what could happen is once we hear that Shiba Swap is complete, and it's going to be like any day now or something like that, once we hear that kind of news, then we're going to see a huge increase in the price. But once Shiba Swap actually does come out, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what actually happens. You know, we have to see what the price, because we could be another sell the rumor or buy the rumor, sell the news type thing, where the price could go down, you know, a considerable amount. But if people are staking, you know, that could lower the damage of that price drop. So we'll just have to wait and see. But let's look at Bakery Swap. Let's see when Bakery Swap came out. Bakery Swap. Stay. Does this say when it was released? I mean, let's look at Pancake Swap, I guess. Okay, so it launched September 2020. So when was this? February? Yeah. I mean, let's go back to where is this on Binance? Okay. So get an older one. Guys, if you're just tuning in now, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. That really helped me out a lot. But we're just taking a request right now to look at certain coins. So if you have a request for an altcoin you want me to take a look at, place it down in the description down below. Type it in the chat and I'll take a look at it. Maybe this one have a further back time frame. Nope, they're all in February. All right, whatever. But yeah, so once we hear news that Shiba Swap is complete, then of course the price is going to skyrocket, and hopefully that'll bring us up to a higher level of support. But once it actually starts, you know, like people start using it and stuff, I could see the price, you know, dipping down a little bit, but not as much if people start to stake and they have those diamond hands like they talk about. So that's what my thoughts are on Shiba Swap and the Shiba token. So BTC right now, let's take a look at BTC. It's still just holding right below critical resistance, right? We had a nice taste of trading within this range, right? These two green lines, right? We've been trading within those green lines for a while now, but we just came back down below it. So we have to come back up and trade in this region in order for us to confirm that we are finally out of this downward sloping channel, because we've been in this channel for a long time. We've had multiple fake outs. So this was a big fake out. Everyone thought that we're coming back up again, but what do we see? Boom, massive drop to the downside from 42 to 30. So crazy, very crazy. Oops. So we are, if we retest this and we come back down again, that could spell trouble for Bitcoin one more time. We could come back down here, boom, rejection, make this M pattern, come back down here, and trade in this range until we come back up one more time. And we can actually we could create a triple bottom scenario as well. But as of right now, we're just holding this. We have to get above it in order for us to keep moving on further. Thank you for everyone for joining in. If you have any recommendations of what to look at, let me know in the comments down below. Right now, we're just looking at Bitcoin. We're looking, checking the price. We are coming into that resistance. This is the 4 hourly, so we're finding some nice support. It's just a matter of time. We are coming to a critical moment, and I feel like I'm always saying a critical moment, but it's just it just always happens where it's just a time where if we do end up breaking, we couldn't see a huge move, you know, in the near future, because we are between this critical area resistance and these moving average supports. Like, this moving averages are supporting us right now, but what actually brought us down was our moving average at the top right here, along with this big old resistance. So we're getting squeezed really tightly, and we're going to make a big move soon because our volume is getting lower and lower and lower, and that means that a big move is coming, where either it's going to be a lot of selling volume or a lot of buying volume. GLM. All right, let's look at GLM. All right, saying buy on my indicator. It looks like we could be on our last leg of this impulse move. So we have if we take a look like this, first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, right? We can work like that. We're finding resistance here. And we're finding support right here. So, and we're also right there as well. So if we do break through this 30-cent range, we could go back up here and hit 34 cents, and then ultimately retest that big old psychological area of 35 or 37 cents in this case. Here, 35 cents also could be pretty strong resistance. So right here. And if we look at our indicators, we're getting a buy signal because we did break above this 200-day moving average. And that's why I was saying a sell here. That's why I don't really pay too much attention to the sell and buy indicators. I mean, it could be a nice, useful tool to confirm, but I don't want to rely just on that. I want to look at also our moving averages. But it did say sell here because we got rejected here. But we found a nice move to the upside and actually broke through it. And that's very bullish because we have a bullish cross. We were riding on top of the 21-day, which is this yellow line, and we broke through our last area of dynamic resistance, which is the 200-day moving average. So this could spell the beginning of an uptrend. Finally, an uptrend. Let me take away these buy and sell real quick. Because like the whole time, the last time we were above the 200-day moving average was back here. In the beginning of May, and then we got rejected, broke through all of them, and just kept going further and further down until right now we're finally getting that confirmation that we're moving up. And if we actually get rid of all this stuff, it looks like we're also breaking this downtrend too. So we start up here, come back down here. This huge downtrend, actually, we're starting to come back up. So hopefully it's not a fake out like it was back here and back here, but it's looking good. It's looking pretty good. And we also completed our W pattern here as well. So expect a retest. If we get rejected here, we can come back up and start coming up here in these areas, or we can come back down here to that 25-cent level. But it's looking still pretty bullish. Looking still pretty bullish because we just broke through all our moving averages. I'm behind. Oh. Can you see it now? Yeah, so Golem, the Golem network token, it is now starting to break its downtrend, so it's looking good. It's looking pretty good. I mean, it's been touching these areas, been bouncing off here. This is also key resistance too. Right there. And yeah, we've just been trading within these ranges, so it's looking good. It's looking good. All right, so let me know, everybody, what you want me to take a look at. Put it in the comments down below. But I appreciate all the support so far. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. Okay. Yeah, once it hits 35K, I can start being really bullish on Bitcoin. Once it breaks to 35K, because we've been trading in this lower range for a little bit too long. A little bit too long. But it does make sense that we've been in there for a while, because we've been trading in the upper range for a cool minute too. So it's just consolidation, accumulation. The whales are getting their bets in, you know, they're buying at the lows, accumulating as much Bitcoin as they can. But we've been trading within these two ranges for such a long time. This one, and this one. It was about time for us to trade in this lower area, and now we've done that. So we've done that. Have you looked at Doge? I haven't looked at Doge yet. Let's take a look at it. But it's been making huge moves. I think it's up like 30% this week. Doge is going pretty good right now. It's yeah, it's hitting that 25-cent mark. So nice. Okay, so we have been finding this as support. Real nice support, because if we did break through the support, we would have gotten a big old nasty head and shoulders. But Doge is looking good. Doge is looking really good. It's just finding support. All these altcoins are looking good because they're finding support. You know, we're in a downtrend for such a long time. It looks like we weren't going to find a bottom, but it looks like we found a bottom, because every one of these altcoins are either breaking through resistance, like their dynamic resistance, the 21-day, the 50-day, the 200-day. They're bouncing off blue boxes. They're using them as support, or they're just trading above them. You know, it's been a little bit weak for Doge here, right? But we are still finding that support. Looks like we're probably going to just be making a kind of a wonky W pattern. So like this. We didn't have the momentum or strength to come back up here to reach this area and then retest. So it looks like we're just going to be staying within this range for a little bit while longer. Probably consolidate in this area, create this ascending triangle, and then break out from here. Like that. We'll just have to wait and see. But the fact that we're finding this blue box as resistance or as support is good. It's perfect. And let's look at our moving averages. Oh, right now we're below both of these two moving averages, so that is not looking good, right? We want to be above the moving averages, but you know, it's still not bad just yet. We're still finding the blue box support. If we start trading within the blue box or just touching it a lot of times, that means we're going to probably come down lower here and trade in these regions. Look at Ethereum. Yep. Buying Doge at 54. Yeah, I mean, where was that? 54, 42. Yeah, I mean, buying Doge. I was considering buying Doge. I mean, I bought way down here Doge. I bought it when it was less than half a cent, you know, and I only sold for like 200-300% profit. I sold, I think, right here, like this little bump up here. Or actually, no, right here. I sold here in this region. I just didn't know the craziness that would ensue, because I sold back in January. But, you know, if I would have held on to it, I would have gotten like 6,000% back, right? But, you know, you win some, you lose some. So it's not a big deal so far. But, yeah, so Doge is very interesting, you know. If you did buy at the top, you know, if you hold on, you know, you can just make your money back. I do see it going back to all-time highs. At least all-time highs, you know, at least back to like 65 cents, 73 cents. You know, that's not out of the question. Definitely not out of the question, because that's just 15 billion less. I think we're still sitting at $30 billion for Dogecoin, the total market cap right now. But yeah, so I do still see it, you know, reaching those highs, and the fact that it's held this blue box is still pretty good. So, you know, if you're holding, yeah, just hold for the long run, and you know you'll make your money back. Let's look at Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum, I have no blue box for Ethereum. Let's draw them. Those are my blue box for Ethereum. Just huge price movements through there. Right now we're trading into the blue box, so I do expect a slight pullback, especially because we had a nice big run here. We completed our W pattern. Right here, W. Let's look where that price target was for the W. So from here to here. Oh, okay, let's see. This will be our neckline first. Draw that. Just so it looks a little bit better. Neckline's right here. And then from here, let's use the higher low this time. See if we already hit that spot. So it's saying that it should go back up here to 2,300, and then we probably will get a little bit of rejection. But right now we're just facing strong resistance because of the resistance back here, because it was used as critical support these last couple areas. So, you know, we're still just waiting. We're trading within this region. It is almost there to that that W pattern target of 2,300, but we just have to wait and see with Bitcoin's price. We are creating a bearish divergence, so we are going to be getting a bit of a pullback. The bearish divergence is right here. We're creating a higher high. So a high and a higher high, and then we're creating a high and then a lower high here. That's going to signify a bearish divergence, meaning we're going to get a slight pullback. Doesn't mean we're going to be dropping, but we can just get a slight pullback to maybe find this area of support, retest it, and then move on higher. So that's what's looking like for Ethereum. Ethereum 2.0 is looking really good. It should be coming out soon. Let's see. When does Ethereum come out? Ethereum 2.0 update. I think it was like end of July. There is an update for July. Oops. So what ETH 2.0 validators can expect after the Altair upgrade? So the ETH 2.0 network is preparing to take its training wheels off. Ethereum developers prepare for the 11th backward incompatible system-wide upgrade or hard fork, right? Our hard fork is coming in July. The Ethereum 2.0 developers are getting ready to release their first one ever, named after the brightest star in another constellation. Is tentatively scheduled to activate this summer, either in July or August. So how old is this? Oh, this is back in May. Let's look at a. Let's see. Here you go. Okay, so how Ethereum miners are preparing for the IEP 1559 and the merge. Okay. Okay. Guys, if you're just joining in right now, make sure to hit that like button. I'm going to be taking requests to look at updates on any altcoin and Bitcoin. Just leave in the comments down below which altcoin you want me to take a look at. We'll take a look at the price and see where it's heading right now. I'm just looking at here at the ETH 2.0 update. We're having a hard fork here in July, and I do expect the price to move really high up. I'll at least go back to the 2,500s, hopefully retest 3,000. But we could just see more consolidation between the $2,000 and $3,000 range for the next, month or two, as Bitcoin just starts to make its moves. Okay, so the London hard fork expect to be activated in July, as discussed. The most controversial code changes bundled into London is the Ethereum Approval Proposal. IEP will radically change the fee dynamics of Ethereum by introducing a minimum fee to all on-chain transactions as the base fee. So lowering the gas fees, super, super important. And that's why I'm saying in July, it's going to be moving really high up, because the whole reason why Ethereum has been stagnating, and there's been less confidence for the retail traders because of those huge gas fees. Like we saw people buying Shiba, they found a lot of gas fees, and they're like, if they want to buy like $50 or $100 worth of a token, they'd have to pay $30 in gas fees. So not worth it, right? Not worth it, especially for small transactions. But they're going to be fixing that with the London hard fork, and it's happening in July. So that's why I'm pretty pumped on Ethereum. I did not sell in a single Ethereum that I own, and I'm going to be holding for the long term. That's probably one of the altcoins that I am going to be selling at the end of the year or beginning of next year. But if I had the choice to hold, of course I'd be holding Bitcoin very long term, and Ethereum. Those are my the two main coins that I would definitely not sell. I'm gonna definitely be taking profits, because if you're a trader, you have to realize those profits. But that's why I'm super bullish on both Ethereum and Bitcoin. No problem, Black Bear. I appreciate that a lot. Yep, there is a lot of chatter about Ethereum, and you're going to be hearing more about Ethereum soon because of this hard fork. July is tomorrow, July begins tomorrow, and so very soon we're going to be seeing updates on the London hard fork. You're going to see Ethereum's price move even further up, and that's what we did see, these nice pumps for Ethereum. Ethereum is one of the altcoins that has completed its double bottom, its W pattern, and it's just moving on higher, breaking through more resistance. Look, just 5 days ago, it was at $1,700, and now it's at $2,250. How far was that move? It went up 30% in a week. So that's the reason why, right? Because of the upgrades happening very soon. People are just still bullish on Ethereum. And we also broke this really strong downtrend right here. Right there. Actually, we can draw like this. It's a little bit better. Boom. Broke it, found support, moving up higher. This actually could be a broadening wedge. Yeah, it's like a broadening wedge right here. So broadening wedges are reversal patterns. If you don't know what a broadening wedge is, it's basically a reversal pattern that looks like this, where you have a downward sloping resistance and a downward sloping support, but they're moving away from each other. So that's why we have this divergence. So as you can see, it was like boom, 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 retest, moving up higher. Very bullish on Ethereum actually now. Very bullish. Guys, if you're just tuning in now, make sure to hit that like button. I'm gonna just wait here till I get a couple more likes, and then I'll look at Cardano. So everyone, make sure you hit that like button. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna be jumping off in a little bit too, but I appreciate all the support that I'm getting. Make sure to type in the comments down below if you want me to take a look at any altcoin before I jump off here. Let's see. But Cardano, right? Cardano still in that move. Still in that move, holding on to this upwards descending support, and it's still hitting that resistance. So we've touched it 2 or 3 times now. 3 times. So more times, the more likely it is to break. My price target would be at $1.60, and we are bouncing off the golden pocket. But if we do make a double M right here, this M pattern, I expect this coming back down here to $1.23, and to continue moving further, and just create a bigger a bigger ascending triangle. Do you think investors who haven't bought a significant amount of SHIB will stake on Shiba Swap? Well, hopefully there's enough information that people know how to stake on Shiba Swap, because there's a lot of areas in the cryptocurrency community where people, they just buy and they hold, they don't really know too much. It kind of takes a lot of information for them to even just like open up a wallet and sign up for a broker or an exchange, So if more people become interested in staking, I can definitely see people staking a lot as well. But it all just depends on the information and the education out there for people to learn how to do on Shiba Swap. But if you're looking on Reddit, and I know a lot of the Shiba army is on Reddit, there's obviously going to be people posting saying how to exactly to stake on Shiba Swap. So I do believe this token is a little bit different than a lot of other tokens. Like people I know They have Cardano. They have a lot of like, you know, Ethereum, Litecoin, all this other stuff where you could stake, right? Like Cardano, you can stake, you can earn passive income, and a lot of people still don't stake. You know, I'm currently staking my Cardano, so I'm getting a small interest like throughout the year every month, just by keeping my Cardano on my cold wallet. So that's what I'm doing. But I feel like since a lot of people are invested in the Reddit community for Shiba, they're definitely going to be educating people on how to stake, you know? So I feel like a lot more people could have the opportunity to stake, but like Cardano is one of those tokens that a lot of people have staked as well. So, you know, it's just all about the information moving around, and I think that can actually happen for Shiba. Yeah, yeah, Hodgkinson's. Yeah, he was the founder of Cardano. He was with Ethereum. Cardano came in line 2 years later, so it will be a blow up like Ethereum. Yeah, definitely. That's why I also hold a lot of Cardano. So those are my two biggest altcoin holdings: is Ethereum and Cardano. But yeah, so I mean, no need to be scared about, you know, about what's gonna go on with Shiba Swap or not, unless it's fake. But at this point, I'm getting less skeptical about it being fake now. In the very beginning, I was pretty skeptical, which you have to be, you know, especially in the cryptocurrency community where there's so many coins being released every single day. Developers, you don't even have to know how to develop a coin. You can just go on a website, type in what you want your coin to be, type in the ticker symbol, right, the like abbreviation, and then and just hit send. You know, what do you want it to do with the circulating amount? That's it, and then you have your own coin, right? So in this era of just everyone making coins, creating coins, it's very easy to create a coin and just make it a scam, right? So at this point, I do think Shiba is less of a scam now than I did before, way before. So now it's getting more validity and the community is growing. So that's pretty great to see. So I don't think there's anything to be fearful of at this moment until we see Bitcoin drop. Then, unless we see Bitcoin drop, then that's when we could see more volatility come into play. But right now, you know, we're just kind of in like limbo. You know, we're waiting for Bitcoin to break out. It's having so many fake outs and just sideways action that once we get back to that bull run, I think people have just forgotten how volatile it gets in crypto and how crazy the gains can be in the immediate future, just because we've been in this downtrend for the last 2 months almost, you know. But back from January to April, it was pretty crazy for and a good thing, you know. It's really good. So once people see that happening again, people start FOMOing in and, you know, buying a bunch, you'll have less to fear. But then again, you have to be cautious, right? Once we're going up, time to take some profits. I mean, that's just the decision I'm going to be making. The strategy I'm going to be doing is taking profits. All right, I know it's kind of controversial to be taking profits when it's in an uptrend, but that's how you secure your profits, you know. That's how you maintain your time in this game, you know. If you're just joining in right now, I would really appreciate the like. Make sure to hit that like button. But let's check out Shiba one more time. So it's still holding that area of support. Wait, is this the right one? No, that's not the right one. Hold on, this one. Yeah. Yep. So still holding that area of support. You know, we're still might just do some sideways trading. Hopefully we don't break back into this channel, because that would be a bad thing. But even then, we still have a lot of support at the 8 cent and 7 cent. So if, you know, if it does somehow break down to the 7 cent level, I would wait for a bounce. And then that would be a really good entering spot in my opinion, because entering anytime we hit that blue box was a pretty nice move to the upside. That's how I traded SHIB. Yeah, perfect. Good. Really smart decision, man. Really smart decision. The AMA was back here, right? Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't, I personally wouldn't invest in those coins, you know. There's perfectly good gains to be made with more reputable coins, you know. I'm nothing against that industry, but like at the same time, I'm very wary on those types of coins because of just the market cap and the volume. I mean, I think you're talking about, let's look at that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I mean, no matter the coin, this is my criteria. I look at the ranking, right? And the ranking puts every single coin in a specific rank based on their market cap. Look, there's no market cap here. Why is there no market cap? Let's read. Why is there no market cap? Okay, so the method using circular supplies is analogous with using public float to determine market capitalization to affect market limit to private sale. Yeah, that's just sketchy. It's pretty sketchy that there's just no market cap for this coin. You know, it doesn't say here. The diluted market cap is 80 million. Volume less than $1 million. Not good at all. Like, not that many people are trading it. It's just been trading within this range. I do see it maybe coming back down here to this lower area. But yeah, that's why just in general, it's just, you know, I don't like this coin just because of like just a ridiculous amount of zeros here. I know Shiba has a bunch of zeros, but not as much as this, right? Low volume, less than $1 million when there's like other coins doing hundreds of millions of dollars. Even Shiba, how much was Shiba doing? Way more than this, obviously. Way more than this. It shows its market cap. It's just more, it's just having a lot of red flags. Really low in the rank. Market cap non-existent here. Circulating supply, the max supply is, what even is this number? So this is 1 million, billion, trillion. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a huge amount. Quadrillion. Yeah, it's huge max supply, low volume, no market cap here. A bunch of zeros, huge supply, low ranking. And when did this even come out? This came out a month ago. Super new. So I'm just, there's a lot of red flags here. And that's just my opinion, you know? But yet again, I haven't looked at the fundamentals. You know, I haven't read up on it. Let's look at the wallets. So you can get on Pancake Swap. Yeah, so yeah, it's really sketchy for me. Really sketchy. All right, everybody, I'm gonna hop off now. It was great seeing you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes. I'm gonna be jumping on tomorrow around 5 o'clock, around the same time I jumped on before. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm also gonna be doing another Shiba episode update as well. So take a look at that as well. But thank you so much.